Hey Stampers! Today's video tutorial is going to be a card in a box tutorial. It's a card I've made before at Stamp Club and I've seen all over the place online, but I'm going to do a video tutorial today. And once I got this set in the mail, the Visions of Santa set, I knew I needed to make a card in a box tutorial for it. So that's what we're going to do today. So we're going to use this kit right here. So the Visions of Santa stamp set, the DSP, and we might throw in some washi tape and some embellishments as well. But these are the two main pieces that I wanted to use. These are going to go great for the card in a box. So we're going to do that tutorial today. So let's see what we've got here. First off, we've got our main piece of cardstock that is 8 1/4 by 9. Doesn't matter what color. I'm choosing the real red because it goes with the Visions of Santa DSP. And we're going to do some scoring. So along the 9-inch side, you're going to score at 2 1/8, 4 1/4, 6 3/8, and 8 1/2. And this is using the Simply Scored. And then you'll notice I have another marker up here that's backwards. And what we're going to do is we are going to turn 90 degrees so that you're down your 8 1/4 side. And we're going to score at 2 3/4. Okay, so we're done with our Simply Scored. I'm just going to pop the scorer in there and get that out of the way. And next, we need our cutter. Okay, so when we go to cut, you want your 8 1/4 side on top. And then this score line that we just did at 2 3/4, you want it on this left side. And you're going to go in and you're going to cut this at 6 inches. So this is going to be your main piece with that 2 3/4 score line and then the 4 score lines across. So you put that aside. And then with this piece, you're going to see the score lines here. We've got our little tab score line. You're going to want to cut this guy. I'm just going to eyeball it, but you can cut it at 3 1/8, I believe it is. But I'm just going to snip this guy with my big scissors. Yeah, chuck that piece. And then this guy, we're going to cut in half. So you see how you've got your 2 scores here. I'm just going to take this piece and cut it in half. Next, what we're going to do is you're going to notice that with your score line, your 2 3/4 score line, you have a shorter side and a longer side. The shorter side, we are going to cut on all of these score lines. You can do it with your paper trimmer if you like, but I'm going to live on the wild side and eyeball it. And then this last one, the little tab, we're going to cut right up, and then we're going to cut this puppy right off. Okay. So we've got all of our flaps. We're going to leave that guy straight, and then we've got our little tab right here. Okay. So you can fold all these flaps down. You can fold the sides of your box. And then you can use your little tab. Now I'm going to do a little piece of sticky strip here. Right down the side. And then I'm also going to use, where's my end? Little pieces of sticky strip on these guys. And what I'm going to do is, you're going to see this, I'm going to zigzag these. And what you're going to want to do is put sticky strip on the side bits there. So let's see. I'm going to put a little bit here. here. So we've got sticky strip on opposite sides. A little bit here. And I need one more piece. And a little bit right there. So we've got sticky strip on all of our bits because we don't want the box falling apart. I'm going to take this guy off. And then we can close up our box. I want to join our edges. And with sticky strip, once it's stuck. So make sure you've got it lined up. Perfect. There we go. There's our little box. But now we need to decorate it. So these little zigzaggy guys, what they're going to do, there's sticky strip on the outer bits because you're going to stick those inside your box. And those are going to hold your pop-up pieces. So let's get the sticky strip. That red backing that loves to stick to everything. I'll get that off. There's one piece. And I'll get the second one on there. And then I've got all the rest of this stuff pretty much ready to put in. Because I knew this could be a very long tutorial if I showed you absolutely everything. But the box is the main part, getting this main part of the box done. And then you can decorate it as you like. That's the easy part. Do this way. There we go. And then when you fold this guy, pieces will fall to the side. There we go. Easy peasy. You see how that's folding there? So what we're going to do is we're going to decorate this a little bit. And I'm using some of the DSP from the Visions of Santa pack. And what I did was I cut this at 2 across. And I'm going to give this a quick measure because I didn't write that down for you guys. So 2 across and just under 6 for lengthwise. And then I cut a white piece that was a little bit smaller than that so you can put your greeting on the back. So I'm going to put some snail on that. My white is already snailed to my DSP. Get that centered. There's a little bit of red around it, a little bit of a rim. So we've got our trees in the background. We've got a white piece that we can write on for a greeting. And then for the outside of the box, we've got this on the back, but we've got 3 other blank sides for the bottom of the box. And one of the pieces of the DSP, let me see if I can get it. One of the pieces of the DSP is an awesome scrapbook page that looks like this, with the snowman in the bottom. Is that not cool? Love, love, love this DSP. It makes me giggle. So what I did was I took some of the snowmen and cut them down to fit across the bottom. So to decorate the outside of the bottom of the box, you'd want, because you've got this long guy, you'd want 3 extra pieces. And you want to cut them at 2 across and 3 1/8 for length. And you could do this in a solid and then do a smaller piece for the DSP on the front, but I just went with the straight piece of DSP. I'm going to fold this down. Put that across the bottom of the box. I love these snowmen. This whole pack, the DSP, the stamp sets of the Santas, they are just awesome. They're not traditional Christmas, they're funny Christmas, and I love it. It's nice to see something different. And I've just got a weird sense of humor like that, so I think that's why it tickles my funny bone. So there we go. We've got our snowman on the front, greeting on the back, our snowman around the front, and then we've got our flaps here. So let's put some DSP on the flaps. And another one of the pieces of DSP has moose, and it looks like maybe some reindeer here. There's different, it's a big 12 by 12, so there's different animals on it, and they all have scarves or glasses or long johns or sweaters on. Again, too cute. So we're going to use those on our top flaps here. So we've got some Christmas lights in the antlers. Got some long johns. And then we've got some sweaters and pants. I love it. And then I'm going to use this guy. I'm just going to use the opposite side of this guy for the back up here. And I'll show you in a second once I put it on there. So I've got my animals here. I'm just going to take the opposite side of that DSP and put that up here. So snowmen, our animals up top, our DSP here. And then we're going to decorate. So what I've got from this stamp set, let me grab the stamp set itself, the Visions of Santa. I've got May Visions of Santa Dance in Your Head, and I put some of the snowflakes behind it. And again, a piece of the DSP. So we can put that on the back, and I am going to use some dimensionals for that. And I'm using the side, actually, of some dimensionals from my paper pumpkin kit. You don't want anything to go to waste. May Visions of Santa's Dance in Your Head. There we go. Greeting on the back. And then I've got this fun pile right here. And I've got the Naughty, Nice, and Fabulous. 'Tis the Season to Be Fancy. And then look at these guys. The moose, the Santas, they're all colored, cut out, and this is just scrap red cardstock that I cut down into little sticks. We've got some of the candy canes, some of the Christmas lights. I wasn't sure what we would need or what would fit. So there we have it. So these are all just stamped, colored, cut around, stick it on some scrap cardstock, and we're just going to snail on the front, and we're going to stick them in our card. So here's our card here. So this guy we may want, you know, coming out like this. So I'm just going to get a scrap piece of paper here, because I'm going to get sticky everywhere. Take this guy. And you're going to stick them to these pieces that we put inside the card. How fun is that? There's our moose. Naughty, Nice, and Fabulous. Let me get a few of these guys in here. Actually, I'm going to cut this guy down because I want him a little shorter. Some snail on the front, just so that I can layer my two guys. So this guy's got the full stick, and this one I cut the little red stick off. This guy doing lunges just cracks me up. Love this guy. Reminds me of Joey from Friends when he's wearing all of Chandler's clothes. Let's do this guy here. And 'tis the season to be fancy. I wonder if we can put that maybe in front of our moose there. So I'm going to cut this way down. Put some snail on the front of that. I want that in front of our moosey. Actually, I think I want it a little lower. serious guy in here. And then maybe some Christmas lights. Actually, I'm gonna cut this one down again. Some Christmas lights over here. Go for a candy cane popping out behind this guy. And there we go. I think I'll call that a day. There we have it. And what I'll do is I'll take some time after the video and I'll see if I can put some of the embellishments or the washi tape on, and I'll take pictures and I'll post that in the blog post as well. This gives you an idea of the card in a box itself, and then you can see the final product on the blog, stampwithshallon.blogspot.ca. So there we have it, the card in a box. You can see down in between are two pieces. The box card, all decorated. It'll fold up flat. Fold your flaps up and make an envelope. Don't worry about your bits that are hanging off. That's fine. Just make an envelope that is as big enough to fit it. And with the envelope punch board, it's a cinch. So I'll show you that too. I'll make an envelope for this guy and I'll post that on the blog as well. So this will give you a good idea of the tutorial for the card itself. Head on over to the blog so you can see the different embellishments I'm going to put on it and the envelope as well. So I hope you enjoyed the card in the box tutorial. Have fun making your own, and definitely head on over to the online store and grab this Visions for Santa bundle. This product is just, it's too funny. Too funny. So happy early Christmas. Have fun and happy stamping.